Some people think to get rich you simply have to have money left at the end of the month. But this isn't true, this is just the start. Whether you're paid a little or you're paid a lot, you might still just be Jenny from the block. But don't despair, there are ways to boost your finances and increase your family's wealth status. And to do that you need to think of money differently. Welcome to Your Think is the place where you get more interesting and useful facts about your life. If you are not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Get free 2 audiobooks, thanks to Audible, link in the description. Let's take a look at 10 money skills everyone should know. Number 1. Nobody got rich from saving money. Unless you're saving in the millions, of moving up in wealth won't just happen from having money saved. It's what you do with it that determines if you turn it into wealth. Save money, in other words, cash or liquidity, is good for 2 reasons. First, it acts like a safety net. If anything happens to your regular income, it's advisable to have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. This will get you through until you can rally and again. The second value of cash is it gives you access to opportunities. If a solid investment property or business opportunity crops up, you can take it. And cash is king when negotiating a better price for yourself. Lock down the investment and begin building your wealth portfolio. But more on that later. Number 2. Wealth, savings, liability. Is being wealthy doesn't mean how much bling you have or what car you drive, well, this having valuable financial assets or physical possessions, which can be converted into a form that can be used for transactions. So you're thinking, but a Maserati can be cashed out for dollar bills. But the truth is that isn't really an asset, it's a liability. Cars cost you money in maintenance, insurance, fuel, and depreciation. But an interest-bearing investment or property is considered an asset and leads to your wealth over the long term. They gain value and can be cashed out for more money than you put into it. Your following savings are what's left after you're done paying your expenses. These can be put away to earn interest while you sleep, or can be invested to grow in value and make you profit. Liabilities are things that you owe on or cost you money. We mentioned the Maserati, but it could also be debt, student loans, your phone contract, a home loan or credit card, even your lease agreement as a liability. Because in essence it's money you are signed up to pay. To figure out your wealth, you minus your liabilities from your savings plus assets, and you can see how long you can afford to live without earning. The longer you can live, the wealthier you are. Number 3. Makes tax work for you. Small earners for your taxes and tend to pay more than they should just because they're scared the taxman will come knocking. Whereas the rich love taxes, not paying taxes. That we mean it using them to their advantage. To master money, you need to use taxes to your advantage. Find out more how taxes work in your region and how you can use tax incentives to protect your wealth. There are usually tax advantages for investing or putting away for retirement. Whereas you might pay more tax if you just save your money in your current account. Or keeping your property in a trust or company might be more tax effective than owning it in your personal capacity. The tax you save you can invest, and then save for even further attacks. Be sure to use tax like the rich do to keep more of your money, not part with it. Number 4. Learn how to use other people's money. Another common mistake of the poor and middle class is only using their own money. There is a general fear to access loans and go into debt. For sure, it's a dumb idea to go into debt for a new watch or shoes or even a holiday. But to access loans at a manageable interest rate might mean that you can increase your earnings. For example, perhaps you run a service which requires machinery, or have a property business to upgrade your property or buy better machinery on a loan. Might end up meaning you can charge more for your rental or provide the service faster, and be able to double your clients each time you weigh up the loan or debt. You have to be certain that the inflation isn't going to be uncontrollable, and that you have enough business to cover the debt regardless of whether your business production takes place. However, if you do the sums and can charge more for an upgraded property, Or double your sales with a faster service than the loan repayment is affordable. And you have a sustainable business, which leads us to the next point. Number 5. You need to earn more, not spend less. Not having enough money is seldom solved by cutting back. In the end, we get frustrated and end up with old spending habits once again. While it's never wise to spend above your means, the best way to have more money is to bring in more money. Perhaps this is through a raise or a job move, or maybe your side hustle. Maybe your business has grown stagnant and needs a productivity boost. When your mind is open to the idea that the world is abundant and you just need to tap into bringing more money, and you'll start to open your mind to what you can do to bring in that extra income. Number 6. What are the basis points? We're sure you've heard this phrase being thrown around the financial reports section of a news bulletin. Well, we're here to let you in on what all these technical financial terms means, so you can start decoding finance. Basis points are actually a real simple concept. If you take a 1% and divide it by 100, then each of those 100 of a 1% are a basis point. So in other words, 0.01 of a percent. So why do we need them when talking about finance? We have to be specific right down to the T. It's most commonly used when talking about interest rates, so they are used to ensure that even small changes are listed. Because a quarter of a percentage point can mean millions when you're talking about billions, so next time you hear 50 basis points increase or decrease, then you know the interest rate has gone up or down 0.5%. Number 7. Know your dollar needs. Now that you've decided that you want to bring in more money to get more out, it's time to work out how much money you actually need. This will make it easier to ensure that when you start getting more money, you use it wisely to grow your wealth and not just to spend it more. Most banking apps nowadays give you the option of labeling your expenses, and this spits out a great pie chart at the end of each month to see where you spend your money. This way you can compare a real dollar and cents of value per category, because our estimates of how much we spend on items like entertainment and groceries hard generally way off. Once you know these details, you'll also be more empowered to know how much you have left to build your wealth. Number 8. However, retirement plan. The sooner you have a retirement fund, the sooner you can retire. It's as simple as that. Most countries have some form of labor force retirement benefit. In the US, this is called a 401k. This might be sufficient for you, but if not, explore private retirement fund options. There are a lot of tax benefits for putting your money into a retirement fund, because most governments reward you for looking after your retirement needs and not becoming a burden on the state. It's never a loss to invest in your retirement, because at the end of the day, it's money you'll cash out. Long-term investments like this rely on compound interest, so the younger you start, the less you'll actually have to pay, as the interest will start to do the real earning for you. Number 9. How to safeguard your money. You might have heard of the term divers at the high end. It all sounded very much like something people on Wall Street would do it with. But that's not true. For centuries, people wanting to secure or grow their wealth have diversified. Buying gold, art, and property are firm favorites. Collector's items and valuable family heirlooms have also been a great way people have stashed their cash for a rainy day. The only real threat here is theft or damage if not stored properly. And if insured, this isn't a great risk. The real risk to your wealth is having all of it in one place, and if the economy tanks or your country is hit with inflation or there's an economic crisis, you could be paddling up St. Creek, having all your eggs in one basket. Capped by the same few financial institutions in your home country could spell out major financial loss. Enter cryptocurrency, which is a tool used to safeguard money as a diversified your investment portfolio between savings, investment, property, and business. This way you reduce the risk of everything being wiped out. And while your investments rally after a dip, you might find your property values are still increasing steadily and your wealth is still growing overall. Number 10. Make money while you sleep. Do you understand the money you need to look beyond how many hours in a day you have to earn money? Money can make you money while you sleep. That is if you put it in the right place. Even the smallest amount of spare change you should be putting in an interest-bearing account. This way, while you decide your next money moves, the money is at least working for you in the same way investments are your money put to work. Or perhaps you can use a small amount of money to build up an arbitrage business. That will also require a mostly hands-off approach. One of the greats in teaching how to make your money work for you while you sleep is Tim Ferriss. And his methodology of money making is in the 4-Hour Workweek. Check it out on Audible, link in the description. Thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up and remember to subscribe for more videos every day.